Well, they had me believing for a while there. For about 3 quarters, with a 7-point lead, the Miami Dolphins had me convinced that they were probably going to win this game, or that game. Sunday night at home against the Buffalo Bills. However, as we all know by now, it was not to be. In big part to Harty's 96-yard punt return for a touchdown. Credit to him. That was a tremendous punt return. Credit to the Bills for picking him up, because he's a proven punt return guy, Harty, as I recall from years past. And really, that was the difference in this game. Of course, it would tie it up at that very moment, early in the fourth quarter, still just inside 14 minutes left. I mean, the fourth quarter just started. And then the Bills would score a fourth quarter touchdown and win by a final score of 21-14. So before I do break down this game for you guys, if you do like the content of this particular video, and yes, Dolphins, that means you as well, even though we lost a tough one, go ahead, hit that thumbs up. Feel free as well to subscribe to my channel. That would be outstanding. Now, guys, what I'm going to have to do here is probably reserve some of what I want to say in this video, only because, of course, there is that frustration. There's that every year emotion that as a Dolphin fan we all seem to go through when we watch a good record plummet to either mediocre or not even that good, and we lose big game after big game, season after season. So I'm not going to get into this big thing about that, other than just saying it a few moments ago, or giving you a little bit of that emotion just now. Instead, I'm going to discuss Sunday night's game, where the Dolphins, as just mentioned, had the lead through 3 quarters and would lose by a touchdown, 21-14. Sunday night football at home. Because of the loss, as we all know, the Dolphins will now, instead of getting the 2nd seed, will be a 6th seed, which means that you are on the road and traveling to Kansas City to take on the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. Last I checked, if the forecast is correct, for the Saturday night matchup with the Chiefs in Kansas City, forecast showed this morning that the low temperatures would be 2 degrees below zero for that game. Unbelievable. We can only hope that that forecast is off a little bit, maybe get a little bit warmer, but it's like ridiculous. I mean, come on, with the temperatures here. Something tells me the Dolphins will show up and play hard and probably play well. I don't know. I mean, I know that sounds crazy. I'm not basing this on anything other than just sheer this vibe I'm getting. But that's all it is, guys. That's all it is at this point. But like any other fan, I got to stay true to my team. I'm going to cheer on my team, of course. Going to get my Dolphin cap going here for Saturday night. I believe that starts around 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern. Saturday night, the 13th of January. So this one was tough, man. It was about as tough as it gets. Josh Allen did what I wanted him to do in the beginning, in the first quarter, and throw 2 interceptions. And I even said, if the Dolphins in any form, whether it be fumble, interception, can get a turnover, or just one early turnover, they had a chance to win this game. They got 2 interceptions early from Josh Allen. 2 in the end zone. Right? Oh, man. Right? So we had that one where it was early on. Eli Apple picks it off. His emotion, I think, led him out of the end zone. And also, he didn't trap it, but it was kind of a close situation there where he caught it just above the ground. So I don't really fault him much for running it out of the end zone in that circumstance, in that situation. Dolphins then they have a 4th down stop at the end of the game, down 21-14. It was like a miracle. We got the ball back. Tua gets intercepted, and I believe it was either first or second down. I think it was second down when he threw that into double coverage. That was not a good pass, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm a big Tua fan, and it was not a good decision. No, you don't do that. If it was fourth down, okay, you try to force the ball in there. You have no choice. That was disappointing. And I'll say this, too, as well, that Tua also had that time in the Baltimore game, that drive, just above 2 minutes. We're inside Baltimore territory. Everyone hurries up to the line and he gets intercepted. That's not Tua at all. That's not the guy I know. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, I started getting discouraged, guys. Discouragement's part of the whole thing, being an NFL fan, right? So, again, sticking by this team. Everyone's down on the Dolphins now. No one thinks we're going to win. No one even thought we were going to win Sunday night. So this team is doubted by everyone at this point. And this whole world is against us thing may serve as a motivator. It should. It definitely should. So, as I normally do, let's run through a few stats. Josh Allen, 30 for 38. Other than the 2 picks, he was outstanding. 359 yards, 2 touchdown passes. Allen would also run for 67 yards on 15 carries. He did lose a fumble as well, 3 turnovers. James Cook was quiet, 13 carries, 36 yards. Credit Dolphins. Both defenses played pretty well, and they played pretty hard. And Dolphins defense, with the injuries, I mean, let's be honest, really overachieved in a way. Leonard Fournette, fantastic pickup for the Bills. I got to give him credit. He was quiet also, 7 carries, 20 yards. Ty Johnson had to carry 5 yards. For the Bills, they were led. Shakir had 105 yards on 6 catches. Stephon Diggs had a good game, 7 catches, 87 yards. Dalton Kincaid, he hurt the Dolphins. He hurt them in the second half, too, a few times. Nice game for him. Tight end from the tight end position. 7 catches, 84 yards. You had Trent Sherfield, 3 catches, 24 yards. Dawson Knox, 2 catches, 22 yards. A touchdown reception for Knox and for Sherfield for the Buffalo Bills. So that was pretty good for them. I mean, they spread the ball out pretty well. Cook goes 3 catches, 16 yards. Deontay Harty had a catch for 12 yards, the hero of the game. And Ty Johnson had a catch for 9 yards. Yes, he did. So, there you go, guys. I mean, unbelievable. What a game this was. What a game this was. This was some game. I mean, the Dolphins really, as long as they play well against the Chiefs, Tua did not have one of his better games. He threw 1 touchdown, had 2 interceptions, 17 to 27, 173 yards. Achane was good, man. Again, 10 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Jeff Wilson Jr., 9 catches, 45 yards. Tua, a carry for 7 yards. One thought that I heard is, did the Dolphins step away from or go away from the running game? Did the Dolphins abandon the running game? I think that's kind of debatable. I mean, maybe a little bit. Usually I'm one to criticize that. I think it was just about, Dolphins lose this game just on regular execution and special teams that really let us down. I mean, besides the great return by Deontay Harty, that was awful. Punt return coverage. Once he made the move to his left, credit to the return man, Harty. But once he broke the seam, like he goes up the middle and boom, breaks it to the left, he was gone. And closing, Tyreek Hill, 7 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown. Then it was pretty much everyone was quiet other than that. I mean, no Waddle. Hope to get him back for the Chiefs, right? Durham Smythe, 3 catches, 30 yards. Cedric Wilson Jr., 1 for 24. River Craycraft, 1 for 18. Braxton Berrios, 2 catches, 9 yards. Achane out of the backfield, 1 for 5. Chase Claypool, 1 catch, 3 yards. Julian Hill, 1 for 2. You tell me, guys, what's going to happen in Kansas City? It's freezing, right? If there was ever a game where you want to just run, like literally a modern day game where you have your quarterback throw the ball like 11 times the whole game, this might be it. I could see Tua now, right? He goes like 6 for 11 for like 70 yards. Dolphins win. No, I wish. I would be so excited if the Dolphins pulled the upset in sub-zero or 0-degree weather or 2-degree weather or whatever in Kansas City. So this was very disappointing, of course. But as I did mention at the beginning of this video, and I'll close out with this, credit to the Bills. The Bills deserve this victory. They won fair and square. They win the division fair and square. Bills will host the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are a little bit of a tricky, sneaky team there. And they will host them on Sunday, the 14th of January. I believe that's a 1 p.m. game, if I'm not mistaken. So let me know what you think. Talk to you again soon, guys. We'll catch up later this week. How's that sound? Before the Chiefs game. Bye for now.